Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Lee, aka Rollin Thunder, and in today's video we're going to be talking about hay fever and how bikers deal with it. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of tea, and let us get into the video. Good morning, ladies and gents, and how are we all doing? It is day 5 of my 30-day challenge, and as the title suggests, we're going to be talking about how motorcyclists, i.e. me, deals with hay fever. Now, as you guys know, I've really recently started developing hay fever over the last couple of years. It's not something that I've had since, since childhood, and it has been somewhat of a trial and error situation with regards to what works, what doesn't work, and so on. But I figured, seeing as it's the height of summer, hay fever is relatively prevalent in the UK, pollen's high in the air, and so on. I figured I would do a video on how motorcyclists, i.e. me, cope with it. And normally, in most cases, I would just bang down an antihistamine and I'd be good to go. But unfortunately, in some cases, antihistamines aren't the way to go for me. The reason being, one, they give me a really bad sore throat. Number 2, they make me drowsy. And number 3, sometimes they just don't work. In most cases, I can get away with an antihistamine in the morning and then one at night time. Usually does the trick. And like I say, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But when they don't work, I need to have a backup plan. And I do have a couple of suggestions to people who do suffer with hay fever and ride that might actually help you guys out. First one being, there is some almost like baby wipes you can buy. You can get them in places like Boots, Poundlands, Wilkinsons, and so on, which actually help protect sort of like your nasal passages and like under your nose and stuff like that, to help catch pollen and keep it at bay for a bit. That's option number 1. The second option that I've heard people use, it's not really my kind of cup of tea, but I'm going to tell you guys about it anyway, because it's always good to have options. And that is, people use Vaseline in and around their nasal cavities, and I can only imagine that must be seriously uncomfortable and slightly sloppy. But if it works for you, then great. Again, same sort of principle. It's designed to catch pollen before it has a chance to actually enter your nasal cavities and cause you to have a really bad day. I personally prefer the antihistamine route, and quite literally an antihistamine in the morning and a packet of tissues. What I do tend to find, however, is that when hay fever hits me, I take the antihistamine, and within an hour or so, everything's calmed down. And then it goes the other way. Instead of my nose being really runny, it gets dry and crusty. And as disgusting as that sounds, that's the lesser of two evils, because I would rather have a dry, crusty nose that doesn't make me sound like I'm ill than having a wet, runny nose, which makes me sound like I've either got the flu or I've caught bloody COVID. And just to put it out there, I haven't caught COVID. I've been quite lucky. I've basically kept face masks on when I'm on public transport and when I've been at work, literally just because it's not compulsory now, but I would rather have my nose and mouth covered just in case. So all it takes is just one person who's asymptomatic to get within a couple of feet of me, sneeze or cough or whatever, and then I've got it and don't know about it. So that's why I am still using face masks. But that aside, once again, it's a beautiful morning. It's nowhere near as hot as it has been just recently. I think it's about 18-19 degrees in the air temperature right now, which is nice. It's just the right sort of level of warm to not be uncomfortable, if that makes any sense. And like I said, with it being the height of summer, having the option to be able to breathe is always handy when you're on a bike. Oh, pardon. So far, the 30-day challenge is going pretty well. I know we're only on day 5. Means I've just got 25 days to go, which is doable. I actually think it is doable, but only time will tell. How are you guys enjoying the content so far? I know some of the videos have been a bit sporadic, and in some cases have absolutely no fucking context whatsoever, but I'm trying. Ladies and gentlemen, I am trying. I promised I would do my very best to try and do the 30-day challenge, and that's what I'm doing. So far, 5 days in, I haven't completely run out of ideas, but you know, it's early days, and I will do my best not to go over the same topics again and again. So if I do go over the same things more than once, please feel free to let me know in the comments down below, or even if you've got a suggestion of something that I can do or talk about. I have got a few ideas in the pipeline, but when those dry up, you know, all the help is greatly appreciated. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I do honestly truly appreciate all the help that you guys give me, like all the motivation and the inspiration, and you know, just generally sometimes to kick up the arse that I need to get me in gear to do stuff. Like I've said in a previous video, I've been in contact with Bike Nuts, and this old girl will be getting some TLC pretty soon. Hopefully when that happens, I'll be able to bring a camera along so you guys can see what goes on, and you guys will get to meet Aaron and Reese down at Bike Nuts, see what they're about, see what they are as people, and so on. If not, obviously I'll let you guys know what the deal is as and when we get there. Here's a random question for you lovely people. If you ride a sports bike, regardless of what it is, whether it be Ducati, Honda, Aprilia, Kawasaki, Suzuki, Yamaha, whatever, even KTMs, if you ride a sports bike or a super naked, let me know what you ride, whether you commute on it or whether it's literally just a weekend weapon. It's always nice to know what my followers actually use and commute on and ride and whatever else. It gives me a good idea what the demographics like in terms of what the rider abilities and levels you guys are at, because then what I can do, I can then cater my videos to the people that need the support, or not even necessarily the support, but the advice, and they can learn a little bit from my own personal knowledge, or at least that's the plan anyway. Also, like I said in the previous video, I am also going to be doing a bit more, you know, in-house stuff in terms of voiceovers and so on. So if you guys are into that sort of stuff, that'll be coming up fairly soon. I'm going to be doing a video on the new KTM MotoGP inspired machine. If I remember rightly, I think it's called the KTM RC8C. Obviously, if I've got that wrong, please forgive me. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Dealing with hay fever. Now, as you guys can probably tell, I do sound a little bit bunged up. And like I said, that's not because I'm ill. That's more down to the fact that my hay fever is absolutely killing me at the minute. What also really doesn't help is the heat. And if you guys suffer with hay fever, you guys will know that being in hot, sweaty environments, like sitting in stationary traffic, like being sat in a car with no aircon, which these days is pretty much unheard of. But if you're like me and you find that hay fever is just an absolute ball ache to deal with, then in the comments box down below, just give me a little shout out saying hashtag hay fever sucks. Also, while you're at it, if you wouldn't mind, give the video a thumbs up. It helps the channel out a lot with the YouTube algorithm, helps my channel get promoted to other people, new subscribers and so on. So if you could, that'd be great, because like I keep saying, my channel is currently small, but we're slowly progressing. We're slowly getting up there. We're about 20 subscribers short, or no, sorry, I lie, about 150 subscribers short of hitting 7,000, which is amazeballs. It'd be great to hit 10,000 before winter hits. So if you guys want to see that happen, make sure to like this video, have a watch of some of my other videos, and obviously tell your friends and family, and get subscribing, because if you like this and you want to see more, then that's what you got to do. As I always say, ladies and gents, I do really appreciate all the love and support that I get. It does mean a lot. It does help the channel out immensely. It helps me with the motivation. It helps the algorithm. So like I always say, the love and support is greatly appreciated, and if we can get to 10,000 subs by Christmas, I will be absolutely fucking ecstatic. And I know with a little bit of hard work and perseverance and the help of you guys, we will get there. It's a Teletubby. I got a nod from said Teletubby. That is wrong. But guess what? He won't get pulled up for it, but I will. Sorry, that makes me sound extremely bitter and twisted. And there's a story behind that, which I'll tell you guys over my 2 weeks off. So if you want to see and hear what that story was about, again, just like before, in the comments box down below, use the hashtag storytime, and I will tell you guys all about it. What is this? It is a Mazda RX-8. I don't know what you waved me on for, bruv. I'm going to go anyway. Makes you laugh, doesn't it? Like I need some sort of, you know, approval from a car driver. Behave. Just because you drive a Mazda RX-8. You think you're something special, bruv. Behave yourself. But it is amazing what I see on the roads these days. You know, car drivers that are becoming motorcycle riders and so on. It's like, dude, seriously, do you even know how to drive? It's like people go from cars to bikes and wonder why they can't ride a bike properly, because their spatial awareness is fucking terrible. But when you go from a bike to a car, I've noticed just recently that car drivers that are motorcyclists first and car drivers second, their spatial awareness is far better, like a hell of a lot better. And I don't know if that's just me or what. I mean, you guys can let me know what you think. I personally think that if you're a motorcyclist first and then you become a car driver, your spatial awareness and your, you know, sensitivity to what's going on around you is a lot better. But that's just my opinion, do you know what I mean? Speaking of which, me and the missus had a conversation not too long ago with regards to driving, and she even admitted that when it comes to going to things like track days and whatever else, she would prefer the bike to go on a trailer and her drive. And I was like, what? And so, you know, when you just think to yourself, hang on a minute, am I fucking dreaming, or is this actually happening? And she's like, no babe, when it comes to doing track days, I would prefer it if you didn't ride, and if I've got a car at the time and we can afford it, we'll rent a trailer and you can just bring the bike on the back of a trailer. I was like, for real? And she was like, yeah, I would prefer that. I was like, okay, cool. If that's what you want to do, then that's what we'll do. So, you know, when you have one of those absolutely mad eye-opening moments, it's almost like a eureka moment, but not quite. Yeah, that was basically one of them. I fucking hate it when people cut down their roll plates. Do they not know it's actually a legal requirement to have the number plate untampered with? I don't know what it's like in other countries, but in the UK, when it comes to L plates, the law states that the L plate has to be a square white backing with a red L on it, not a white rectangle or triangle or weird white L-shaped symbol. It must be a white square with a, even evenly spaced out red L. That's pretty much it in a nutshell as far as the L plates are concerned. But what really bugs me is when people either cut the L plates down or they cut them to the same shape as the letter. It's like, you're not supposed to do that. I know it sounds like I'm being majorly pedantic, but L plates are there for a reason. They're to help learners stay safe on the road. They're there to help learners be more visible to other road users. They're there to allow the more experienced road users know that there's a learner near them, so to give them a wide enough berth. Do you know what I mean? I love that downshift. I loves it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something out of it. If you've got any comments or questions, please feel free to put it in the comments box down below, and I will do my best to answer them as quickly and efficiently as I can. But for now, you have been awesome. I have been Lee, aka Rollin Thunder. And for now, look after yourselves, look after each other, stay safe on the road, and as always, adios.